Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the unboxing. Today we got Goosebumps. No, I'm just kidding. No, but this is Aaron. This is another episode of the podcast. I am joined by the lovely
Mitchell Tyler.
Mitchell Tyler,
Yeah.
the creator of said famous Goosebumps video. And yeah, another podcast. We did it. We didn't delay it. We didn't go away from keyboard for like a full year. So yeah.
Well,
We're back.
I would say slightly delayed though, because it's supposed to be a Monday thing, but we kind of messed that
Yeah,
up.
but
Yeah.
do you want to tell the audience why you missed the last Mick podcast?
Well,
They
the Mick podcast.
yeah
Well, actually, we were gonna do it on Monday, but you missed my Mick email, which is okay. We figured out a better way to communicate now. So we're gonna do it on Wednesday. Actually, what was it supposed to be Wednesday? I forget. Yeah, but actually,
today's
fun.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like a funny thing happened. So randomly, I think it was on Tuesday, there was a McDonald's that was over by where I live that got remodeled, and it was like 100 years. Like it was like an old McDonald's forever. Like it was always one of the last few old ones around here, and they finally remodeled it. So they were doing like this like opening day thing where it's like, oh, we're doing like a raffle, and we're doing a bounce house and all that, stuff for kids or whatever. So we went anyways. Me and my family were just curious. We're like, oh, maybe we'll like give away some cool things or something. I don't know. So we go there, and they're giving away a 55-inch LG TV, like a 4K one from this year, actually, like a 2021 TV, brand new. And obviously, I'm like a fan of that, so I'm curious about it. And I see that like a lot of people haven't entered for the raffle. Like there's a decent amount of tickets in there, and the lady's like, it's $1 per ticket per entry. So I'm like, if I pay $20, do I automatically get 20 entries? And she's like, yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'll. I dropped the 20. My mom was there with us, and she decided to participate as well. So yeah, we ended up winning the raffle, which was nuts. My mom actually had one of her tickets drawn, which was kind of funny because I bought more tickets, but it's okay. So yeah, we went home with the thing. It was just so unexpected. Like we went to a McDonald's and came back with a 55-inch 4K TV that's worth like $500 or something like that. So
So you would say that it was family business.
yeah, it was Boss Baby family business. Yeah. Um, so yeah, I basically like spent the entire next day like setting up the TV and whatnot in her room and doing a bunch of other stuff. And funny enough, that night, me and you were playing Call of Duty till 3 a.m. my time or something like
Yeah,
that.
I had randomly text Tyler. I don't know why. I was just like, hey, let's play zombies right now. And I got a response back like 20 minutes later, and he was like, let's do it. So we played for a good couple of hours. We played zombies. We played multiplayer on
Yeah.
Call of Duty Cold War. Zombies was, it went better. It went better than I thought it would be. Last time I was extremely new. That was like the first time I ever played zombies on Cold War, and I was you could tell. But this time it got a little bit better. We got to a decent round. I mean, in my standards, Tyler probably thought, well, like it was very low, probably because Tyler's like, dude, he's like, Tyler has the like craziest zombie like loadout ranked like ever I've ever seen. Like you can tell he's been grinding it. Then we play multiplayer. I was a lot better in there. Um, Tyler doesn't play multiplayer though, so he wasn't as experienced as he was in zombies. But yeah, we played for a good while. It was like 12 o'clock my time, 3 o'clock your time. We started playing at like I think it was 10 o'clock my time. So it was a good 2 hours. But yeah, it was fun. And then we just kind of talked about doing this podcast. We found out messaging would be easier and faster. We'd actually see each other's messages by not doing it the old-fashioned way over email. And yeah, here we are. And we have a good amount to talk about, I think.
Yeah, because also we were avoiding talking about certain things while we were playing Call of Duty because we're like, let's save it for the podcast because
Yeah,
we don't want to have nothing to talk about, obviously. So we purposely avoided talking about like Malignant and What If and a bunch of stuff. So, and I watched a bunch of things this week too, which is funny, like random things. So I can't wait to talk about that. So did you any?
I,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say first and foremost, I guess before we start reviewing stuff, we can kind of talk about the light topics. Like, did you pick up anything recently? I know you did a video today. Um,
Oh yeah,
American
so
Psycho.
I did buy, yeah, well I didn't buy it, but yeah, Lionsgate sent American Psycho. They sent the Three from Hell. Both of those steelbooks are beautiful. Like seriously, they're amazing. And then I randomly bought Labyrinth the other week. You know that movie Labyrinth with
Yeah.
David Bowie. There was like a new 4K that came out. I think it was in August,
Hmm.
and I was at Best Buy buying something. I think it might have been F9, and then they had the Labyrinth there, and I was like, oh, this looks like a really cool. Like it was like a digibook edition, so I picked it up. It's 4K. It's got like a really cool design. And I haven't seen the movie in like a million years, so I was like, yeah, let me buy that. So I bought that. That was a couple weeks ago. But yeah, those are the only new things I bought. What about you?
Um, well, I was gonna say you mentioned Best Buy, and I don't know if you saw, but they had kind of said that within the next 2 years, they're pretty much gonna try getting rid of all of their in-store physical
Yeah.
media.
Hmm.
Yeah, that sucked to hear, dude.
Yeah.
Like that broke my heart. um, because it's not like they're getting fully rid of it; they're just getting rid of it in store and is making it an online thing. But it's like if that's the way you're going, why even have a store?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It sucks because I would, we'd always go there. Both me and well, not together because we moved across the country, but like we would both go there to get movies and
Yeah.
stuff, or something didn't ship on time, we would go there to get it, or just like randomly those days you'd go in and say maybe see something that you don't have that maybe was on sale.
Hmm.
It just it's or Black Friday going in store to kind of see all the Blu-rays and stuff that they had there.
Yeah.
So it's gonna suck. I don't think it's the end of physical media. I for sure don't. I mean, 4K is like
Yeah.
big right now. They're putting everything out, but it's just a step backwards. I think.
Yeah. The
I mean,
biggest.
Target. I was gonna say even Target I went to, they kind of reduced it a little bit more, and it
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, it's shrunk big time. Like the biggest, well, for me, the biggest sign of physical media not dying is how popular like vinyl is. That's the biggest example for me. I'm like, dude, vinyl is outselling like everything pretty much, and it's like,
Mhm.
yeah, I mean that's a good sign at least to me. It's just I feel like Best Buy they can't. I've heard people say they don't want to pay the floor space. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we can't dedicate this much floor
Yeah.
space to something that, yeah. So I get it.
But and even then, steelbooks are still selling out. Like
Yes.
it's not like there's no one's buying them.
Yeah, exactly. It's still popular, so that's another good
Yeah.
sign. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I thought I'd bring that up in case no one knew or like had any thoughts on it.
Yeah,
Um,
so like I mean, at the very least, I don't know about your Best Buys, but like the ones I go to, they'll have like a little tiny 4K section by the TVs and the home theater
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
They should like put the movie section over there maybe, because like from my stores
for the home
mostly, they're in
theaters.
a yeah, they're in like a separate section. They should like put a smaller movie section over there. That way you can still have a section. But I don't know what they want to
Yeah, pretty much at mine. It's weird because both two of the Best Buys near me are the same way. They have the movies near the video games,
do.
and all of those are near the refrigerators for some odd
Same
reason.
here. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
it's weird. I know.
Yeah. But yeah, on the topic of me picking up stuff, last week I picked up Black Widow. What was that last week or was it 2 weeks ago? I don't even
I think it
remember.
was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then I kind of didn't pick up anything. And then a couple of days ago, I picked up The Boss Baby. I made a video on it on 4K. I haven't watched it in 4K
Everyone
though.
watch that video. It's really good.
I mean, it's only 15 seconds too, so it won't take too much of your time.
Yeah.
Um, but then 2 days ago, I went to Target and I finally picked up Mortal Kombat in 4K.
Oh, okay.
Like that's the one movie I really wanted on 4K, but for some odd reason, every time I go, I would end up picking up something else, or I would just be like, "Oh, well, I know it'll be there soon, so might as well get this one in case, like, this one sells out or doesn't have a slipcover or anything
Right.
later on down the line." But yeah, I finally saw it there, and I was like, "There's only one copy left," so I'm like, "Okay, obviously these are starting to like be taken off the shelf, and I don't want to rely on ordering it online and worrying about it not having a slipcover."
Mm.
Um, because I kind of I told myself I don't know if I'm gonna do this next year. I didn't do it. I've never done this before, but I kind of made myself like a deal that I want to get every 2021 movie that I've seen or have interest in on physical media with like a slipcover and everything.
Oh, okay.
Because I've never done like I've always like I've waited maybe like a good couple months where I've picked it up or like I just haven't gotten it yet.
Yeah.
But this one I told myself I really want to get everything 2021 because last year was such a dead year. I was like, this year I want to get like everything. So that's why right now I figured I'd pick up Mortal Kombat because it's been a while since that one came out, and I know eventually it'll start not being in stores, or if it is, it's not gonna have the slip cover on it.
Mm.
So I was like, I'm just gonna bite the bullet now and just take it. I mean, I really do like the movie, and it's one I did want on 4K, not just because I've seen it on regular Blu-ray and decent price, but I wanted it on 4K.
Right.
Because it is a movie I really like and wanted to see on 4K. So I picked that one up. and then I also picked up the Forever Purge,
Hmm.
because I am a fan of the Purge series. I know that's like it's not a big popular franchise. People have their hot takes and whatnot on it. Um,
Well, I would say it's popular. It's just not well received. Most of them,
yeah,
yeah,
Um, yeah, the first one I don't care for.
yeah.
Like that's the one everyone talks about, but I don't care much for the first one. It's a little boring, a little whatever.
The
Like it
kid
doesn't
sucks.
explore the concepts. Yeah, and the kid's an idiot. The second one I literally have seen like once, kind of, but I don't even think I was fully paying attention to it, so I don't really know too much about it.
Hmm.
So I don't think I could really fully rank it. The third one is my favorite. Electioneers
Hmm.
is by far my favorite one. I think it does everything that I would want to see in a Purge movie. And I think the themes and the messaging all come off well, and I do like the messages and stuff they have in it, and it
Yeah.
also still has the cool Purge stuff. Like it has the cool kills, it has all like the crazy stuff going on, and it's a good look at I think it's a real actual good look on what a Purge would look like. And I just it's I think it's the most entertaining. It
Yeah,
has the
for
most
sure.
kind of cool scenarios that goes on and stuff. So the third one is by far my favorite. Um, Although I know a lot of people don't like it because it's very political, but I don't mind it at all. Um, and then the fourth one, which was the First Purge, even though it's not the First Purge, but it's called the First Purge. I own it on Blu-ray, I just haven't seen it yet. I didn't really have that much of an interest too much in it, so
Mhm.
I bought it because I own all the other Purge movies. But I just don't own this one. I didn't own that one, so I picked it up. And then this new one, the trailers seemed compelling to me. I did want to see it. I wanted to see it in theaters, but I didn't. I just didn't have the time to, or I was like, do I really want to go watch this right now? Because
Mhm.
what if it's not that great? Even though I like all the Purge movies. Well, I don't like all of them, but I am interested in where it goes. So I happened to be there, the day after it came out on Blu-ray, and I was like, I kind of do want to watch this. It'd be kind of a good startup for the October season. So I was gonna pick up Fast Nine, but I decided to pick this one up instead because I've seen Fast Nine, and it's like I'm not dying to get that on Blu-ray yet. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I picked this one up. I watched it. It was last night. Yeah, I watched it last night. Um, after I got off work, so it was like late, but I was like, I want to watch this.
Uh-huh.
So I watched it, and I think it's my second favorite so far.
Oh, okay.
It's good. It follows. It takes place in Texas. It's about a Mexican family, so there's gonna be that which if you don't like the political messaging in the Purge movies, this one's definitely not for you, because it has a lot of that in there. But again, I don't mind it, and I think it's good messaging. But yeah, I really like it because it's interesting. It's not like it's not purposely just trying to do just crazy stuff just for the sake of crazy stuff.
Mhm.
It's really trying to actually have like a story and follow through with it. Um, there are flaws, obviously. For example, for a Purge movie, there's essentially like barely any kills really in the movie.
Hmm.
There's not too many kills, and when the kills that are there, they're just like a quick gunshot, but there's nothing like cool or interesting.
Uh-huh.
I guess it could be like, going to a Saw movie and there's like barely any traps in it, and the ones that are super tame. I
Mhm.
guess kind of what you said about Spiral.
Yeah, basically.
That's kind of how I felt about this one. Because I'm not a gore phobe. Like the Saws movies can make me flinch a bit. But it's like you would expect some kills, like because some of the early Purge movies they have some cool stuff that goes on in there. Like whoa, like this one like didn't really have much. So that was a little disappointing. And some of the times it did show blood, it was CGI blood, so you know how that looks.
Right.
Um, and yeah, I guess that's one of my complaints. There's not much like cool action, and also the characters don't have much personality. They all kind of blend in together. Um, Obviously there's like two main characters which get more screen time than the others, but majority of them are kind of just like there's no backstory whatsoever. They're kind of just there to
Mhm.
kick butt and kind of move the plot. But yeah, it's not bad. I did enjoy myself, and I'm glad I do own it on Blu-ray. So if you like the Purge movies, I would say I would suggest picking this one up because it's definitely one of the better ones. Um, and yeah, uh, and like I mentioned, 4K. Mortal Kombat 4K. I do like that movie. A lot of people don't, but I like it, so I would recommend that one too. And yeah, next week was it Space Jam comes out? I
Oh
think.
yeah.
What else comes out next week? Is it? Oh, Don't Breathe 2 comes out. Um, did you ever watch the first Don't Breathe movie?
I haven't seen either one, but I know about the first one being really good. The second one, I don't really know if I heard any reviews.
Yeah, the second one kind of flew under the radar. I haven't seen it yet. I really like the first movie.
Okay.
So I think I'll probably pick this one up. I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up right away because obviously if there wasn't that much talk about it, it must not be that great. Plus the trailer wasn't that great either.
Mm.
So yeah, I mean I am intrigued because I do like the first movie. But yeah, um, I don't know. And Space Jam, I did watch Space Jam. I forgot to mention it in last week's. I told Tyler this,
Yeah.
but yeah, I did watch Space Jam. If you're a kid, you're most likely gonna love it. If you're an adult, you're probably gonna roll your eyes majority of the movie. But it's Space Jam, just like the first movie. And I mean, I'm like I said, any movie like I saw or had interest in, I'm gonna pick up. So I am most likely gonna pick that one up, especially because I do want to pick up the first one as well. And yeah, I think that's is that the only thing else Blu-ray wise that's coming out? I think so.
For next week, there's actually I know you're a big Halloween fan. They're putting a Scream Factory's
Oh,
yeah
right.
the 4Ks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they already release the first three though? And at Best Buy, I saw some people like
Yeah,
getting it.
some people had them. Personally, I'm not really following it too closely, so I don't know all the details. But I've seen people have it already, so I don't know how
Mm,
that happened. But the official release date's Tuesday for the first 5 movies on 4K.
yeah.
So yeah.
Um. Yeah, I own all the Holland movies except 2 through 5.
Okay.
Um. And except the second Rob Zombie movie because that one's a little hard to get on Blu-ray.
Mm.
So I did actually want to get the second one. I already own the first movie on that original 4K release.
Yeah.
Not as much features as this one's gonna have, but I do want to get the second one. The third through 5, I don't know if I'm gonna get on 4K. I might just get the standard for those ones,
Mm.
like older releases. But yeah, I do think I might pick up the second one actually.
Yeah, the funny
So
thing about Halloween is like I've seen all the movies countless times. I've never seen Halloween 3 just because it doesn't have Michael Myers in it. But like
yeah,
there's hardcore fans of that movie.
Yeah, I know it has like a cool following. I
Yeah.
watched it for the first time a couple years ago. I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago, and I was like,
Hmm.
"This kind of sucks." Where's Michael
Oh,
Myers?
really? It was bad.
I didn't care for it much. Like it has its moments, but it's very like
Yeah.
cheesy and kind of over the top. I don't know. I could see why some people might like it, but it just wasn't for me.
Oh, okay.
Um, so yeah,
Yeah, I always wondered about that movie. I'm gonna see it at some point somewhere, but it's just yeah, it's just funny that they did that. Like they did Halloween 2, they pretty much blew Michael Myers up, and then they're like, all right, we're gonna do something different. It's gonna be anthology, and then nobody liked the third movie when it came out, so they're like, all right, fuck it, we'll just bring it back. So that's pretty funny how that happens.
yeah. Um, I mean, Halloween Kills does come out in like 15, 16
I'm
days.
so excited. Oh, by the
Me
way,
too.
recent development. I might actually be going to Disney World that week, so I might be
Oh,
seeing
really?
Halloween Kills while I'm there over there. So that's gonna be funny. Maybe I'll watch it because downtown Disney. It's not called downtown Disney anymore. It's called like Disney Springs. It's like a shopping center. They have an AMC there, so maybe I'll go see Halloween Kills at Disney.
Watch
Uh,
Halloween Kills at Disney.
yeah. So I don't know because we're supposed to take the trip in December, but we're kind of rescheduling that now. We might do it soon. So yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. You gotta definitely tell stories on the podcast,
Yeah, for sure. We might
especially
go.
because I told my Disney stuff.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and I haven't been there. Yeah, for like 10 years, so it's gonna be fun. And also, I'm gonna be there for maybe a week, so we might miss an episode, maybe not. I'll try to, we'll still try to do it. But
That does not mean we're gonna go away for another
yeah,
4 months.
no more hiatus. Yeah, no more long hiatus like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. So while we're on the topic of scary movies, I guess we can talk about your thoughts on *Malignant*. I think we mentioned it in the last podcast. I absolutely loved *Malignant*. I thought it was fantastic. It's like my fourth, no, it's my third favorite of the year so far. I loved it. But Tyler kind of left me with a weird message saying, "I watched *Malignant*. I have thoughts. I'll mention it on the podcast." So I was like, "Oh, geez." He didn't specify if he liked it or not, but he said it's on one end of the spectrum. Either you loved it or hate it. So I'll let you take it away, Tyler.
Yeah, so I wanted to keep you guessing because it's obviously a very divisive movie. So what do you what if you had to guess, what do you think? Like, did I love it or hate it? What do you think?
I think it's so obscure and crazy. I think you liked it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start this off by saying I fucking love James Wan. So this movie was amazing. Like it's not a masterpiece, but like it's the perfect corny B movie. Like it was so well done. Now my only concern, I mentioned the Red Letter Media review. I actually kind of butchered what they said. I thought they said it was terrible. I was totally wrong. I actually went and watched the whole thing, the spoiler section and everything. They didn't think it was bad actually. They actually really, well, I'm not sure if they liked it, but they were like very, pleased with the result. They were like, okay, if he was trying to make this kind of movie, he did a great job. You know what I mean? But if he's trying to be serious, then no, he kind of, it's not supposed to be serious. But no, yeah,
Heads up, by the way, if
huh?
you're listening, we're most likely going to talk about spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Oh yeah. We're gonna talk spoilers. So like, skip ahead a good, I don't know, few 10 minutes at most. I don't know.
Yeah.
I might put a timestamp or something. But
Okay.
yeah, the movie was wild as hell. There were so many twists and turns. I liked all the
Yep.
characters pretty much.
Hmm.
Yeah, man, if that's what he was going for, then he nailed it because, man, and then there's also really good like cinematography and the special
Oh yeah.
effects. Oh yeah, dude, like great
I think
practical effects.
I think it was what he was going for because he kind of mentioned in like a comment that he wanted this movie to be like one of those old movies you might find at a blockbuster or something, like
Exactly.
in the back. And this definitely is that. It's
Yeah.
incredible that this was even made.
I know, it's crazy. It's like a mainstream movie, but it's not supposed to be mainstream. Like it's
Yeah.
like it's so funny. But yeah, I love. There was a lot of moments too where I actually like laughed out loud. In the
Oh
prison
yeah.
when she's like
We,
starting to transform in the cell and they're like, this bitch having a seizure. Like, dude, I was.
I laughed when she threw a chair at the cops
Oh
like
yeah.
across the room.
And then,
Like
then the
360.
one chick's like, "Why am I calling the police?" Like, because they're at the police. Like, she's like, "What am I doing
Yeah.
calling the police?" And then the one chick's like, send the National fucking Guard." Like, dude, I laughed so hard. It was so funny. Um, but yeah, man, the movie, I thought it was really well done. A lot of cool little tidbits. Zoe Bell was one of the women in the cell. I didn't recognize her. She was the blonde chick that was, starting
Oh.
shit. You know who Zoe Bell is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, from Quentin Tarantino's movies. Yeah, I didn't know that was her. I was like, oh. Also, James Wan's wife plays a role in the movie. She's like the one of the cops that like digs up the evidence. The chick with the
Oh.
glasses. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, that's her.
yeah, that's his wife. So I thought that was cool. And then also the main actress. I didn't recognize her. She's on the show Peaky Blinders, which I watched a little bit of. She had
Yeah.
blonde hair in that show, so I didn't recognize her because she has brunette hair. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I really liked it. It was crazy. It was everything I wanted, dude. Like I wanted to watch it again. That's how much I liked it. So yeah, I would give it like a good 8 out of 10. Like really, like it was really fun.
Yeah. I gave it an A when I walked out. Okay. Here's my thing. When I first walked out of it, okay, I knew it was intentionally supposed to be cheesy,
Yeah.
but that ending, I thought it was supposed to be like more serious, where she like locks him up in her mind and kind of has like that cheesy kind of monologue.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, that's a bit much. But
Yeah.
then after thinking about it, I'm like, no, for the type of movie it is, that's perfect. How like over the top that whole ending was. Um, so yeah, it kind of like I was like, was that really that great of an ending? But yeah, it was a good ending. Just it's just what after experiencing everything, you're just like, okay, I don't even, it doesn't even matter anymore what's going on. Um, and yeah, dude, like the violence and like the whole movie, it's not. I mean, there's some violent stuff, like that cool scene where he's like, Gabriel goes out to the dude in the hotel where she's in the bed. That
Mm.
whole sequence was awesome when he stabs him with the
Oh
trophy, which,
yeah, dude.
by the way,
Cool
that
weapon.
should be like weapon of the year.
Absolutely.
And that whole, and like, dude, when you see the she turns around, opens her forehead
Oh
open,
yeah.
or the back of her head open, I mean, sorry, and you just see it like popping out, that alien thing. That was nasty, but it was cool. And then when it's like when you first see, like, when they're watching the old videotape and they're seeing like what actually is going on with her, and you see like the little alien has those little arms, and he's like, ah, it was just like so cool and weird and disgusting. But yeah, dude, like, I'm that was in one of the best movie experiences.
Yeah, I
Because like
wish.
I was just like, dude, what's going on?
I wish I saw it with a group of people in the theater now. Like I wish I knew, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But yeah, man, that was a crazy movie, man. And they're definitely gonna do a sequel, so that's cool.
you think so?
Yeah, I think so. Because the killer is not definitively, dead. So they could easily, I'm sure the movie's gonna make, money and stuff. And it seems like most people liked it. So I think they're probably gonna do a sequel.
What do you think they would even do in a sequel?
I mean, there's a lot of characters still alive. Obviously, the mother lived, the actual mother, and then the sister's
Yeah.
still alive. I was sad. The movie actually had me invested in a lot of the characters. When
Yeah.
the sister got shot in the head, I was like, no. And then, obviously it was a trick. But yeah, dude, I liked all the characters pretty much too. And the cops are still alive, the main two cops. At least I think he survived at the end there. But yeah, dude, they could easily bring back all those people. And yeah, I don't know what they would do, but I believe in James Wan. Like, I'm sure he would nail it.
I think the moment where I knew this movie was gonna like over the top was when there's a serious moment and they just transition into like a next scene with a musical epic cover "Where's My Mind" by the Pixies.
No,
Like,
the best one was when the sister, she's like, I'm actually adopted. And then the camera zooms in on the sister's reaction. Dude, it was so funny. Oh, God.
man, I cannot wait to own this movie and watch it again. Like that's like I know as soon as I buy the 4K, I'm popping it right in.
Oh,
Like, I need
yeah.
to watch it again. I know it's on HBO Max, but like I want to see this on 4K.
Yeah, I'm absolutely going to buy it.
Yeah.
It's
And you
really
weren't
fun.
even like I'm glad I told you because I don't think you were even gonna watch it, were you?
No,
Or
honestly, like, okay, so the way I watched it, I have a thing on my Fire Stick where I can like illegally watch movies. So I kind of did that illegally, but I was like, you know what, I might check it out eventually, anyways. But yeah, you really did like convince me to watch it, so I did. So yeah, it pretty much was you. Yeah,
yes, the more people can put onto this movie, the better.
yeah, yeah,
To go through that entire experience.
yeah. It really is an experience.
And what I like is that it starts out kind of like a traditional horror movie.
Yeah.
Like it has those tropes, where there's a monster in the dark and when it kills her boyfriend, and it just evolves the entire rest of the movie, which is awesome.
Yeah, I love the action and the police station especially where she's just
Oh yeah,
freaking killing everybody, man. Like, dude.
and has that classic James Wan 360 kind of.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
Ah,
had to include that in there somewhere.
yeah, of course. And also, oh, now that I think about it, he always like tries to include the puppet in all his movies, like the Billy the puppet from Saw. Like, I wonder if it was in this movie somewhere. I just thought about that.
Is it an
Um,
Aquaman?
yeah, there apparently there's I don't know what it is, but he puts it in pretty much every movie. I think I'd have to look that
Oh
up.
wow, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so but yeah, man, I fucking loved it. It was so good. So yeah, thank you for the recommendation.
Yeah, and while we're on the topic of that, we're done talking about spoilers anyway.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah. I was for this October season. I was thinking about watching the Conjuring movies for the first time.
Mhm.
I mentioned that when we were talking. So I don't. I don't know if I fully heard you. Did you say that you haven't seen them yet?
Yeah, so I own the first Conjuring and I own the first Annabelle, but I've never seen any of those movies, like any of them. The Nun,
Mm-hmm.
La Llorona, or whatever it's called. I've never seen any of those. So
Yeah.
we should do that, like both of us. Like every week we'll both watch one and like report back to each other what we thought about
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
The first one I'm excited for. Um, I hear it's one of the scariest like movies like of like the past
Yeah.
generation. So I'm really intrigued because you don't see like a lot of actual genuine scary movies like much anymore.
Mhm.
So I'm excited about that. The second one I'm nervous about because I don't know, you know, I'm super sensitive when it comes to super like satanic devil stuff. Like that always like I don't know, it affects me extra. I find it extra like,
Yeah.
uncomfortable, kind
Mhm.
of weird to watch. I feel like every time I watch it, there's gonna be some fucking demon in my room.
Exactly, dude. Yeah.
So that one's gonna be interesting because I know the whole second movie is literally about an evil nun. Um, and then the third movie, The Devil Made Me Do It. I mean, I heard great things about it this year. I didn't hear like.
Oh, I think we lost Aaron, people. I'm gonna have to edit this. Or I'll just re-invite him actually. I think he accidentally clicked out. Okay, this is funny. Invite. Here we go. Aaron, I'm sure you're gonna go back and listen to this. What did you do, bro? What did you do? Yeah, something happened. He lost connection. Um, I sent him an invite. I'm gonna leave this in, actually. How's everyone's day? Let me invite him again. Damn, dude. Maybe he shut off his computer. I heard a noise. Um, uh, maybe he's still talking and doesn't realize. That'd be funny. Oh boy. So everyone, welcome to the solo podcast. You know what's funny? I actually like thought about maybe I could do a solo podcast because I mentioned before like I listen to Bill Burr's podcast all the time. He does that solo. And oh, Aaron just messaged me on Instagram. Um, Hold on, let me message him back. What happened? Inviting you. Oh boy. Hopefully nothing bad happened. Like he can't come back on. Invite. Invite him over the phone. I can't do that. I have to record on my laptop. Hold on, people. Oh boy. Technical difficulties, people. Invite. Okay, anyways, yeah, so I was mentioning, if I were to do a solo podcast, I feel like I wouldn't be able to talk long. Like I feel like I'd have enough to talk about, but I wouldn't be able to do it like over a long period, like a 30-minute. I could do a 30-minute podcast maybe. I don't know, because honestly, like I do have things to talk about every week. It's just with somebody else to bounce back off of, it's way easier. Oh, he's sending reinvite. He said he's gonna do it over his phone, but I have to invite him again, even though I sent 100 invites. Okay, invite, invite. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Maybe his computer crapped out on him. Aaron, I really hope you went back to listen to this because I'm talking so much shit. Oh boy. All right, so I'm pretty sure I sent him at least 5 invites just now. I don't know what's going on. Let me send another one just to be safe. Um, but yeah, guys, would you like a solo podcast? I don't know. Anybody listening? I'm sure one person is probably still listening at somewhere. Most people who watch these probably click off after like 1 minute. Um, okay, I don't know what's going on. I'm sending invites to him, but I don't know. He's trying to do it on his phone. Yeah, guys. So I could easily just edit this, but yeah, something's happening here on Zoom. What's going on? He sent a message. Um, Send. I did send like 100, bro. Okay, let's send another one. Invite again. Okay, invite. Oh boy. I gotta love technology in 2021. Here he is. All right, bro.
It
What
would not.
happened?
It wouldn't be a popping up podcast without some technical issues. So I had my laptop plugged into the charger, and it was plugged in, and I looked, and it wasn't actually plugged into the wall.
Oh, bro.
So it even charged. So my computer died. So that's why, if you're listening now, it sounds my quality is even worse because I'm talking over the phone.
Well, you sound okay actually. It doesn't sound terrible. So,
Okay.
by the way, I want you to go back and listen to this because I was talking a lot of shit. No, I'm just kidding. I was saying a lot of stuff while you were gone. It's really funny.
What are you saying?
I was just rambling. You'll see. It's funny. Um. Anyways, so yeah. We've all been there, bro. We thought something was charging, and it was the complete opposite. So, anyways, I think you were talking about The Conjuring.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, like I was saying, the second one, I'm worried about. The third one, I heard decent things about it, so that one I'm more interested in because the trailer was playing everywhere in theaters. Any movie I watched, basically the trailer played. So, yeah, I'm decently excited for that one. But yeah, I'm really excited to actually check out the first one because obviously everyone says that's the best. So, and also Venom came out today. I don't know if you watched it yet.
Yeah, so oh, by the way, I was gonna quickly mention I'm actually curious about the Annabelle movies because I'm such a huge Chucky nerd, you know what I mean? And Killer Doll. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those two.
I know Annabelle's in the first one.
Yeah, the actual dolls in the yeah. But no, I'm just yeah,
But
I
they
was
have
always wondered about
3
those.
spin-off movies.
Yeah, pretty much. Like she has 3 spin-off movies, so it's got to be, decent. Um
Yeah.
yeah, so I did see Venom last night actually. Did you see it?
Oh, you did. No. Usually, what happened to the out of the theater reaction you usually do?
No, because it was my friend Rob's birthday yesterday, so I was kind of like preoccupied the whole day. We weren't even sure if we were gonna go see it, so but we did though. Yeah, and I wanted to see the Sopranos movie also, but that's kind of I have a reason why I won't see that soon. It's kind of a long story. I'll get to that
What?
later. Well, okay, so my mother is a big Sopranos fan. Like me and her used to watch it all the time, and
Yeah.
I had some bad things happen yesterday. I don't know if I was gonna mention this, but my godmother passed away yesterday on my friend's
Oh,
birthday, which
yeah.
was yeah really sad. And my godmother was 93 years old, and she was pretty
Oh,
much like a mother figure to my mom because my mom's actual mom died when she was kind of young. So, yeah, it's kind of hard. But my mom was gonna go see the movie with me at some point. We were probably gonna go see it today, actually. But we're just gonna postpone it for now because it's she's a little sad right now. But
yeah.
yeah, some bad news, but yeah, it's just life goes on. She was 93, so she lived a long life.
Yeah.
Um,
Same thing. The same thing happened to my great grandma earlier this year.
oh really?
Um, yeah, she was 100. So
Wow, holy
yeah,
crap, dude, that is
I don't know
crazy.
what happened. I don't know what was going on with older people in the days, but they've been living long.
I
So
know. Yeah, so yeah, unfortunately that happened, but I still tried to make the best of the day yesterday. We did see Venom. My friend had a good birthday, so that was fun.
yeah.
But yeah, no, the movie was similar to Malignant. It's pretty much like a B movie. It's so cheesy. It's so over the top. It's a really short runtime, actually.
Is it really?
Oh yeah, it went by so fast. I'm sure you've heard the rumblings about the post-credit scene.
Tell
It
me your.
it's pretty insane, dude. Like everyone in the theater went crazy. I kind of heard rumors about it, so I kind of expected
Yeah.
what happened to actually happen. So I wasn't too surprised, but it was still like, holy crap.
Like actually seeing it happen and like confirming it.
Yeah, it was wild, dude. Like, oh man, everybody was like going crazy. But the movie itself was okay. I didn't love it.
Is it really like an over the top, purposely cheesy movie?
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah.
more than the.
Yeah, more than the first movie, I would say too. Like I rewatched the first movie, I actually kind of really liked it. I hadn't watched it in like 3 years, but I actually really liked it more. I think the second time. Um, but no, yeah. So when I went to see this, I was expecting like a crazy, over because I think Andy Serkis in interviews was pretty much like saying, "Yeah, dude, this movie's like crazy, like purposely over the top." So yeah, I mean, for what it was fun. The action was great. Woody Harrelson, I really liked his Carnage. Shriek was a pretty good villain too. And yeah, I mean, I'd give it like a 7.5 out of 10 or something like that. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Yeah,
not
not bad. It's not bad.
yeah, I'm not dying to rewatch it or anything, but it was fun, and the post it's everyone's talking about the credit scene more than the actual movie, and I get why. So, yeah, I'm sure you're gonna watch it too at some point.
Yeah, I'm watching it Sunday morning, so I'm excited about that.
Okay, early bird tickets, way cheaper.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Um,
Um. Yeah, that makes me excited because like I heard people say it was weird, but I didn't know what they meant. Now you're saying it's more like malignant. I kind of have an idea.
yeah, it's similar. It's like purposely crazy. You know what I mean? Not as crazy as
Yeah.
Malignant, but it's
Oh
like
yeah.
that's the intention. Yeah. So,
Mhm.
but like I think it's cool though that Andy Serkis actually directed this. It's like very unique, like that. So, um,
Yeah.
and Tom Hardy's the best part, obviously. Like him and Venom, man. There's a lot of great character work between them in this movie. Yeah, dude.
Mhm.
Venom takes on like a whole role, like individually away from like in the first movie he had his own role pretty much, but in this one he really has his own role. Like you'll see what I mean. Yeah. So highly recommended though. Like it's not bad or anything, but it's pretty much going to be essential viewing if you catch my drift. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah. But did you see anything else in the past week or so? Anything new
Have I seen anything? I
besides
don't.
Forever Purge?
I don't think I've seen anything new necessarily. Um. I mean, this was like a month. I don't think I talked about that. I watched the movie Wind River, like with Elizabeth Olsen and Jeremy Renner.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. And it was really good. Like I really recommend it. Um. Oh, what if? Yeah, I forgot to talk about
Oh yeah.
that.
Me too.
So famously on the last podcast, I said I don't care for What If. It's very underwhelming.
Mm.
Um, and Tyler told me to watch the Thor episode because apparently that's like a big kind of everyone's talking about it. And Surprisingly, I liked more stuff about it than I thought I was going to. I thought I was absolutely going to hate it. I mean, there's still a bunch of stupid ass crap in it, like what? But yeah, at first I was like, this actually is interesting. Although I don't get how Thor got like that all because Loki wasn't there. Like even in the first Thor movie, look, I mean, Thor is still kind of an asshole, like a cocky douche.
Yeah.
But like, how does Loki not being there make him like the same way, but except he just parties more? Like I don't get that. Like how that happened. Because they try saying, well, Loki was the one who kind of kept him, taught him how to be like more responsible, whatnot, and that kind of beginning. But it's like in the first Thor movie, even with Loki there, he was still kind of the same way. So I don't know really how that affected him partying.
Yeah,
And
I don't know.
like, yeah, that the whole explanation kind of was stupid. And then the ending, I mean, it makes sense, because everything that the whole thing. Oh, you call your mother, like I get it, I get it. Like it's a funny joke, but yeah, it was all right.
Okay,
Now,
I'm surprised because I thought you would totally hate it.
no, it was okay. I mean, I honestly I really liked Captain Marvel in it.
Yeah.
He was pretty awesome. Although I am like unlike most people, I'm a fan of Captain Marvel, like her in the movies. And I thought she really stood out in this episode. Her and Thor's fight scene was awesome. So yeah, that was cool to see. But yeah, I think because I was going in with such low expectations, like I was expecting just to, like think it was absolute dog crap. Like it was a little better than I thought it was gonna be. Even though a lot of the explanations don't make sense, and Thor does get on my nerves a lot of times throughout the episode. But yeah. Now for the episode that everyone's talking about, which I was so disappointed by the
Really?
most recent episode. So when I heard the premise, I was like, okay, now we're talking. This is what I wanted to see because I mean, I think I really like Age of Ultron. I really do enjoy it. Like how we mentioned last one, like what if Thanos, like we get an episode of what if, where it's like what if Thanos stomped the other half, like that would be cool. And this one is like what if Ultron won, and I was like, oh man, just by like that concept, that'd be like cool. Like what's he gonna do to Earth and stuff, or what's gonna happen? Well, they completely don't do any of that because some reason they have Thanos show up and get insta killed in 1 second. And all of a sudden, he's doing all these fucking crazy ass things. So that absolutely destroyed the entire concept of the episode. Not to mention, it also does what exactly I hate about the whole series. I feel like the entire series is just trying to lead up to one finale instead of actually focusing on the what if aspects. And that's basically this whole episode, just setting up the finale for this big crossover episode. It's basically what all of Phase 1 did in the MCU, except actually garbage. Honestly.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, what were your thoughts on the episode?
Fair enough. I see what you're saying. Like it's sort of like how I felt about Iron Man 2, just setting up shit. I get it. But no, I actually really okay, so first off the Thor episode. Now, a lot of people hated it because they're like, dude, this is literally like a fucking little kid show or something with this episode.
Yeah,
but I felt it was needed after so many freaking dark episodes, dude. Like I thought it was a nice like light relaxation, and then the surprise ending was like, oh no, we're reeling you back in now. So I actually really enjoyed it. It was fine. It was campy. I love that Darcy and Howard the Duck got married. I laughed my ass off.
Oh yeah, Howard the Duck is always a added bonus to anything MCU.
Yeah, and then yeah, there was a lot of great funny moments in it. So I really liked that one. It was a nice breather, I guess. Then the Ultron episode, I get what you're saying, I do. But I thought it was cool because for me, my big thing was Ultron needed a redemption, the character, and I thought they gave him a great redemption here. I wish James Spader did the voice, but they got a good sound alike. But yeah, man, I mean, they kind of made him a little too overpowered, if you ask me, but it was still cool to see him like actually be a badass. And slicing Thanos in half, I thought that was awesome. Because it's like, what the hell? But yeah, it was a wild episode. I mean, maybe it's setting up a lackluster ending. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. But yeah, man, I just thought it was crazy. I like the Hawkeye Black Widow dynamic. I like the Watcher actually fights Ultron, which was nuts, and Captain Marvel got obliterated, which was also nuts. Yeah, man, it was crazy. But like, I totally understand where you're coming from. So we'll just have to see what the finale is.
What's funny is that you're like, oh yeah, they redeemed Ultron. I've heard a lot of people say that, but I think it's actually the complete opposite. I think they made Ultron a lot worse in this one because they made him what everyone wanted him to be, which was just a big, boring bad guy who just was evil. Like that's what I liked about the Age of Ultron. Well, yes, he could have been a little more serious around things. He had a personality. He wasn't just a villain. He wasn't a dark side where he's just a big bad guy just doing bad things because he's bad, which I thought they did in this episode. Like he's just like they have he technically still has the same motivations as he does in Age of Ultron. The
Yeah.
only thing is that he's in this one he's just like he has none of that personality. He's just like I'm gonna be bad and kill everybody across the universe. And then they completely retcon it where he's like, oh, now I'm sad because no one else is here. Oh, but you know what? Now I'm gonna go universes and do the exact same thing. I was like, really? Ultron is supposed to be much smarter than that, I think, from what they established. And also him getting the Infinity Stones, which again was a I fucking hate about the show how rushed it is. Like
I
it
know.
absolutely is so incredibly rushed. Like you eat like they spend an entire like 5 minutes on that stupid fucking sequence where the Watcher's like, "Oh, grab the file, come on!" But they can't spend a little bit of time developing, how he became that powerful. That's so stupid. I hate it.
Oh man,
Um,
you're right about that.
and he just kills Thanos by slicing him in half. Yet, Thanos, I'm pretty sure, would just become more, he's smarter than that. I'm pretty sure if he would be able to see that coming way ahead of time. Like he
Right.
would either do what Doctor Strange did and put a time loop on, or he'd kind of sense it and stop it, or you had like some sort of shield, or use the Power Stone or something. And he has 4 Infinity Stones, and all it takes is one for him to snap in half. It's stupid. I hate it. And all that just because they can't find anything interesting. They're just like, oh, we need some reason to, get to the next big crossover. Oh, we'll just give Ultron, all of the Infinity Stones all of a sudden real quick. And just have him go and destroy everything. And it's very irritating. And the Black Widow and Hawkeye stuff is cool, but it's like then they rush over how he killed all the Avengers or how he even got to that point or everything about it. I wish they would have like started right where they get Vision, or Ultron keeps Vision, and then how he became more powerful, and then stopped all the Avengers, and that was the episode,
Right.
But no, they kind of skip right to the end and then make him this big powerful thing just so they can set up a crossover.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. Yeah, I definitely agree. Like they spend too much time on certain things and they don't spend enough time on other things. Like, yeah, it's a weird thing they got there. But no, like I said, I'm just curious to see what the finale is gonna be. If the finale sucks, then I might look at this episode a little differently because it is just a setup, really. Yeah. Um.
Yeah, it was a little disappointing, and it's just, man, I was so bummed out.
So okay, I love that you ranted about it. So now I need to know, what would you rate it out of 10 or a letter grade, whatever. F.
D.
Okay, that's fair.
Not a full F because there's cool action scenes and stuff, but
Yeah.
that's about it. Like
Okay.
Black Widow, Hawkeye have it like apocalyptic. Although all of a sudden they have an invisibility cloak, I guess.
Oh yeah, it was like Harry Potter. I'm like, what? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we're not gonna spend time on that.
Yeah. So all right. So that was What If. I mean, if I were to rate them, I give like the Thor episode like a 7. I give the Ultron one like an 8. Something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like them. um. So yeah. So that was it. You didn't really see anything else?
No, not that I can think of.
Okay.
Although no, I mean, all of a sudden, like right on the podcast, I just have like 50 different movies that popped in my head that I actually really watched.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, I don't think so. I mean, I watched the Goosebumps episode this morning.
Okay.
Because I do like the original '90s show. Even though I wasn't born in the '90s, I watched it, as a kid. So
Yeah.
I like going back and watching them, especially during Halloween time.
Mm.
I do plan on kind of watching more scary movies. This I've been kind of hoarding up, saving all my scary stuff in my collection that I've been needing to catch up on, and saving it for this month. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
So
Did you finish the Wes Anderson thing, by the way? Like, did you ever
no,
get to
so
that?
I was gonna mention that. So this whole month, I'm probably gonna watch straight up horror. Like I mentioned to you, like when the Chucky show comes out on the 12th, I'm gonna do like an 8-day marathon leading up to that, watching all the Chucky stuff, including the remake, because why not? Um, so yeah, I'm gonna be like watching horror movie horror movies the entire month, and we'll probably do that Conjuring thing. I think that's a good idea. Like we'll like try to watch one a week or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna just fill the month with horror. I'm gonna rewatch Halloween, obviously for the new movie. But yeah, man, it's gonna be fun. So I just take a break on the Wes Anderson stuff. I mean, when his movie comes out, I'm
Dispatch. Yeah.
I might try to watch the last few right before or something. We'll see. But yeah, a lot of stuff coming out. But no, I actually did watch like a lot of stuff this week. So that's what I'm trying to ask you because like I'm gonna have a lot of things to talk about.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. Let's hear it.
so I watched a few A24 things for the first time. So I watched The Last Black Man in San Francisco, that new release that came out. You haven't seen that movie, right?
No, I haven't.
Okay. This one flew under the radar somehow because this movie was a masterpiece, dude. I'm telling you, it was so good. I don't know how people aren't talking about it more. Dude, the cinematography is like some of the best I've ever seen. Like it is beautiful. The story's really good too. The music, everything about it was like, dude, and also the 4K disc was like, it's literally like top 5 4K discs I've ever watched. Like it's that beautiful. Um, yeah, man, this movie like it's been in my head ever since I watched it. Like I can't stop thinking about it. It's so well done. Jonathan Majors, especially, dude, his performance is like legendary. It's like, dude, this movie is excellent. I can't recommend it enough. So if you get a chance to watch it, definitely watch it. Yeah, man. I don't want to like say too much about the story. I feel like the less you know, the better. Because I
Yeah.
didn't know anything about it going in, and it really added to it. Um, and plus, you live in California, so I feel like you'd like it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also there's another A24 one I watched for the first time. I've had it for a while. I just never watched it. It's with Scarlett Johansson. It's called Under the Skin. Have you seen that one,
Yeah. It's fucking amazing.
dude? Holy shit! I had no idea what this movie was. It was just one of those ones I bought. Like I just bought a whole bunch of A24 titles like last
Yep.
year.
Mhm.
So I was like, what is this movie? I heard like interesting things about it, and I
Yeah.
put it
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Dude, what? So let me know your thoughts on this movie. Let me know.
Okay. So I had heard, great things about it. Um, I picked it up on Blu-ray like 2 years ago,
Mm,
and I watched it. I watched it, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is like something like, dude, this
yeah,
is incredible." And then I watched it like 2 more times since then, and it just I love it even more. Like it's incredible. The whole concept of it is amazing. Like they go to some foreign country, and a lot of it, I don't know if you know this, it's actual like
yeah, real people.
interactions with real people. And it's a good look at, you know, kind of how we are and how obsessed with like sex and stuff we as have become,
Hmm.
and how it kind of overtakes us, and what happens at the end. And it's just a great look at. I hate to use this word because it's still like memed out, but a good look at society, I guess. And the way it was shot, the music, oh my god,
Oh yeah,
dude.
dude.
Honestly, I'm not even saying this because it's like weird. My favorite scene, honestly, one of them is when it's the sex scene between her and like the guy that actually likes her.
Yeah.
Um, that whole scene, the way it was kind of done, and the music that plays during that, it's fucking
Mm.
beautiful. You even like in that old, that old short film I made, the one where it has like that black and white moment, whatever. Um, I don't know if you remember it. It's
Oh,
where
the
it's like,
mirror.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
that one.
actually music from that scene in that short.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Um. So it's from that scene, and I use it in there because it's just, dude, the way it was done, it's beautiful. Like the whole movie is just beautiful. That's the only way I can describe it.
I had to watch an explanation video afterwards. I mean, I kind of got what was happening, but I still needed to like know who the dude on the motorcycle was, like all that stuff. Chris
Yeah.
Stuckman made an explanation like 7 years ago when it came out, and that's the one I watched, and he explains it
I mean,
perfectly.
it's an alien movie.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah. Like you actually see the flying saucers. Like it's kind of spoilers here, people, but it's flying saucers at the beginning. You actually kind of see them for a minute. I didn't catch that when I watched the movie. I was like, oh, okay. Um, yeah, dude, that was a hell of a movie. Like it. That's another one that's been stuck in my head. Like, dude, I can't stop thinking about it. It does get under your skin. No pun intended.
Oh yeah. Especially like what happens at the end. Where that
Oh,
dude tries to
dude.
like
And the baby
and
scene. Oh my
oh yeah,
god, dude.
man,
What a fucking movie, dude. It was
and
so.
how
Huh, go ahead.
and I was gonna say like those scenes where she's like seducing the guys and just that whole black
Yeah.
when they're kind of sinking into the water, and then you see that dude who deflates,
Oh yeah,
he's
dude, that
like
was so crazy. Oh my god.
crazy.
Dude, I should have saved this for spooky season because I didn't know it was like part horror movie essentially. Um,
Yeah.
no, I was gonna say it really felt like 2001: A Space Odyssey. That's how trippy it was. Like Kubrick could have made this movie. Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah, dude, that was an incredible piece of filmmaking right there. I'm definitely gonna
Yeah.
watch it again at some point. But
Yeah.
man, it
It's
isn't.
underrated too. No one talks about it much besides like
Yeah,
Venom.
yeah, I know. I was like really surprised. I was like, okay, I never really heard too many things about this one. It's got Scarlett Johansson, so it's got to be. But yeah,
Yeah.
man, it was definitely. I don't know if I'd give it a 10 out of 10, but it's definitely one I'm never gonna forget. Like I don't even know what the heck I would rate it. I would give it like a 9 out of 10 probably. But
Well, I think it's ironic because the only thing people actually talk about in involving this movie is the fact that Scarlett Johansson is nude in the movie,
yeah,
and I feel like it's ironic because that's the point of the movie, like to kind of expose people who are like that, and that's
hmm
the only thing people kind of really talk about. Unfortunately, about this movie, when it's so much more than that, like, and I will say it's not for everybody. Like, I think if we kind of show this to like a couple of casual viewers,
oh
some of
yeah,
the ones who probably wouldn't like it much. Because I wouldn't say it's a slow burn, but it's not Transformers. It's not a bunch of crazy stuff going on, and
yeah,
it's a horror, but it's like it's not your traditional horror
yeah. And
movie.
it's very psychological too. So like,
Yeah,
yeah, and I.
it has those distorting, those crazy images. Like I said, the guy who's deflating, and
Mhm.
all that where she takes off the literal skin and she's like a black
Dude,
alien
oh my god,
monster thing.
it's freaking terrifying. It
Um,
looks real
yeah,
too. Like that's
it
the
does.
scary part. So yeah, like I read some reviews. People were talking about like people walked out of the theater. I get it. Yeah, it's not for casual people. Like when I went to see The Green Knight, people walked out of the theater. So it's like,
Are you serious?
oh yeah, dude.
I
Yeah.
didn't know this.
I mean, there
Where they
wasn't
walk
many.
out?
There wasn't many people in my theater, but like I saw a couple walk out. They were like, yeah, they weren't into it. So,
Was it
um,
like halfway through the movie or something?
yeah, like I'd say halfway. Yeah, yeah.
Was it where you see the cum shot? Is that the part?
Oh God. Have you seen the movie yet? By the way, I keep forgetting to ask you.
I've just seen that part on Twitter.
Oh, okay, gotcha, gotcha. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you saw, I posted earlier on the community tab thing or whatever. They have A24 is selling his sword for $450. Like you
Are
can
you
buy a
serious?
replica sword. Yeah, dude,
Ooh, it's crazy.
a legit
You know
sword.
what's Guess you know what Shrek's weapon is going to be in Shrek Strikes Back.
Dude, oh my God, A24 is fucking wildin', bro. It's so funny.
It's kind of like how I heard a bunch of people were walking out of a ghost story, which
Right.
I can see why, but I did not feel it. Like I felt the exact polar opposite. I fucking loved a ghost story,
Yeah. Um.
which I don't know if we talked about it. You've seen it, right?
Yeah, I have to rewatch it though, cause like I watched it like a couple years ago, and I don't know why I'm just like forgetting a lot of it. I gotta like actually like sit down and watch
Yeah.
it again. I
Well, I
think
mean,
it
it is
is it still
slow
on
burn.
Netflix?
I don't think so. I think it's only on Blu-ray
Oh, okay.
now.
Yeah, I gotta watch it at some point again, cause I know you love it. So.
It is a slow burn though, I will say. So if you like, but I know you like those type of
Oh
movies.
yeah, I know it's the same director as Green Knight. So.
Green Knight
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
So.
Dragon, funny enough, a Disney movie.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, it is still on Netflix. Okay, cool. So,
Oh, it is. Okay,
yeah, I'll watch it probably this month actually. Included in my
that's what they
spooky
say.
season.
Spooky season.
Yeah. I also watched. You've heard about this probably. Squid Game on Netflix,
Oh, I haven't watched it yet. How is it?
dude. So, I heard all the stuff about it. I sat
All the
down
hype. Yeah.
and I watched the entire 9 hours in one sitting. Um,
Oh wow.
Man, what a crazy experience. I don't want to say too much, but there are so many twists and turns and crazy characters and ah,
I have a question to ask you though.
yeah.
Is there like nudity or anything involved?
Um, there's like one scene with nudity, but that's it. It's only in one episode. I'm pretty sure there's only
Okay.
one scene.
Because my mom was talking about it and said, "Oh, we should watch it," but I wanted to ask you first, so I know if it's something I should be like, let's watch on our own or not."
Oh, like don't watch it with your mom. I get it. It's
Yeah.
awkward. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, dude. Well, you know what's funny? I actually went to see The Wolf of Wall Street with my mom back in 2013.
What?
Can you believe that?
Uh,
Can you believe that?
I no. I need to hear about the story. What happened?
Okay, so well, first of all, my mom's a big movie fan like me. Not, I mean, I would say I'm more of a movie fan, obviously, but like she's been watching movies for decades, obviously, and she's a big Martin Scorsese fan because she loves Goodfellas, you know, all those stuff. So,
Yeah.
she's a big Leo DiCaprio fan also. She's like, oh, we should go see Wolf of Wall Street because it's Scorsese and DiCaprio. I'm like, I heard about the movie, and I was like, I don't know if we should go, you know, together to see that, but we ended up going together to see it, and man,
Oh,
that was interesting.
were you just like like slowly
Nah,
just falling into your seat the entire
Nah,
movie?
it wasn't like that, but it was she was just surprised because honestly, I mean, Scorsese himself admitted like, yeah, it was kind of hard shooting all those scenes because he's never had that much gratuitous nudity and stuff like that in his movies before. So she was very surprised by it. But I had heard obviously, so
Were
you
you
know,
having a good time?
I mean, yeah, I really liked the movie obviously, but it was an interesting experience. I'll say that.
Was
It wasn't like cringy or anything like that, but it's
like the
just
first time you see him blowing cocaine out of a girl's ass?
dude, oh my god, that movie was so wild.
Did she like let you like watch it, or was she like, cover your?
Well, no. I was so what? I was like 19 years old at that point. So yeah, it was. You know, I mean, I've been watching. I watched Saw when I was like I don't know how old, like
Yeah.
12. Yeah, so you know, yeah, man. So that was a fun experience. But yeah, what's the worst? This is a good subject. What's the most awkward thing you've watched in front of your mom or your dad or anybody?
Uh, um, I don't know, because usually if we watch it at home, they'd skip something.
Mm,
And if it's in theaters, they'd make me close my eyes. But we don't. We usually kind of don't go and watch like crazy,
mm-hmm.
super. Although I have with my aunt and stuff, like they're like not as bad. It's just with my grandparents and my mom, my actual parents are like, oh, that's weird to watch,
Yeah.
I guess I will still say the first Kick-Ass movie because I watched that with them and my little
Oh.
sister, and I remember having to close my eyes a lot and looking at my mom, looking so disappointed that my dad took us to watch in theaters.
Yeah, because Kick-Ass
I will
came
say
out
that.
2010, so you must have been like 8 years old or something, right?
I think I was like 7 because I have a late birthday and I came out this summer, so I was 7.
Oh, even younger. Oh my god, that's so funny.
My sister was like 4 or 5.
Damn, dude. um. So yeah. But yeah. So Squid Game was, dude, masterpiece. Just masterpiece, man. Ah, dude, I was so invested. I can't stop watching. I was literally up till like 5 a.m. that night. I watched it. It was freaking
Yeah,
nuts. So highly recommended. I'm sure you'll probably check it out. But yeah, man. So I think that's all the stuff I watched. I watched all of Squid Game, Last Man, Black Man in San Francisco, Under the Skin. I think I might have watched something else, but I'm blanking. But yeah, anything else you're looking forward to coming up besides like Halloween Kills and Last Night in Soho?
oh man, I can't wait for Last Night in Soho.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure actually. I mean, obviously Spider-Man's coming out in December,
Hmm.
and that's one everyone's looking forward to. Hawkeye, I'm actually excited for.
Yeah.
I know that's, it's a Christmas show, so that's like something cool. Um, I'm not. Oh, Eternals comes out next month, right?
Oh yeah, Eternals. Hmm.
Yeah, when is that? November 12th, I think, or something.
Something like that. Let me check. I know Ghostbusters Afterlife is the 19th. It got moved a week, which is annoying. But let me check. Eternals is November 5th. Oh, so it's actually soon. Okay.
Oh, it's November 5th. Oh shit, I'm gonna be in a different city when that comes out.
Oh, is that when you're going to Pittsburgh?
Yeah,
Okay.
go watch it the night before. I don't know.
Yeah. So, like, what day do you leave for that?
I leave November 6th.
Oh, okay. You should be good. Yeah, you could either see it Thursday or Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should be good.
Mhm.
Okay. Coming in clutch.
Yeah.
How long are you gonna be there for, by the way?
I'm there till the Tuesday after.
Oh, okay.
So
So,
4 days.
all right. Must be a nice little vacation, I guess you could say.
Yeah, just like you in Disney World.
Yeah, dude, I'm so happy.
Oh, isn't there a new Scream movie coming out this year too, or is that next
Yeah, Scream 5 comes out in January, which is funny because like January is like the month you don't want to release movies because that's like
year?
a
Yeah.
dead zone. But I'm still gonna go see it, obviously. Which day is it
Oh,
actually? I should look
I don't know.
because my birthday's the 10th of January, so that'd be funny if it was like near that. And it's just called Scream, which is kind of weird. Okay, even though it's not a reboot or anything. Um, January 14th, so I could see it on the 13th, 3 days after my
Friday.
birthday. I don't know. Let me check. Oh no, so the 14th I presume is a Friday, so it'll be Thursday the 13th. um, yeah, looking forward to that. The guys directing that are the guys who did Ready or Not. Have you seen Ready or Not?
Oh yeah, that movie's great.
Yeah, so that should be good. Wes Craven unfortunately passed away a long time ago, so he's not doing this Scream movie.
I'm glad that we're getting more kind of obscure, kind of crazy movies.
Such as what?
Like you know, Malignant. You
Oh
said
yeah,
Venom's crazy. Um, Give me more weird stuff. That's what I want to see. Oh, the Suicide Squad was creative.
yeah, that
Like,
too.
give me more of that. You know,
Yeah, I see you. Yeah, like crazy shit.
Boss Baby 2, obviously.
Obviously. Um,
Fast enough in the space.
yeah,
No,
dude.
F9.
Even F9. Yeah, even that racing game F9. It should be a racing game. That title.
It could be.
Yeah. Um. But yeah. What else is there to talk about? Let me think. Uh.
Your new
Oh.
Call of Duty.
Oh. You dude. You just read my mind. I was about to say Call of Duty. The new season 6 I think or whatever is gonna be starting soon. The new zombies map. There's gameplay of it. I haven't watched it yet, but they're bringing back PhD Flopper, which is a really cool perk that was in the other games.
What does
Uh,
it do?
Basically, what it used to do a dolphin dive. You know what a dolphin dive is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well in the newer games it's called a dolphin slide. Instead of jumping ahead of yourself, you like slide instead. So it's a dolphin slide.
Mm-hmm.
But PhD
Mm-hmm.
Flopper basically made it so like if you do a dolphin dive, everything around you is an explosion. Like you'll land and there'll be an explosion. So it'll kill a bunch of zombies. And
Okay.
also it removes splash damage, which means like you know what splash damage is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like if you were to shoot your ray gun at a zombie, there'd be no splash damage. So like it's so cheap, basically. Like you're like infinite health, pretty much. I mean, you could still die, obviously, but like if you have a ray gun, you're pretty much set. So yeah, they're bringing that back, which is cool. And the map is going to be called Forsaken. I don't know what the setting's going to be or anything. So
It's just secretly transit too.
I mean, we'll see. We had that discussion. I'm a transit denier, and you're a transit believer. So
I'm a
uh,
transit truther.
yeah, a truther. There you go. I ain't calling you a truther. Um,
No.
so yeah, looking forward to playing that. I'm gonna play the shit out of that, obviously. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, by the way, I'm gonna do this too. Arian, I'm sure you're listening. You should come play with us on Call of Duty Cold War if you have it. We can all play together. That would be fun. I don't know if you play zombies or whatever, but all three of us should get in the lobby and play sometime. Because I know you have a PlayStation, so yeah, I think that'd be interesting. Maybe we could even stream it. I don't know. We'll see. Have you played any more, by the way, ever since we played?
Not yet. I was going to later today though.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was thinking about playing too.
Wow.
Yeah, what a nice coincidence. So, yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention. Right before we did this episode, I actually watched the American Psycho 4K, and it looks pretty good. It's not like amazing quality, but it looks really nice. I've never owned the movie before, so I can't really compare it, but I've seen it, on TV and whatnot back in the day. Uh, and it's unrated too, which is cool. It's like extra fucking gruesome. Uh,
Mhm.
dude, Christian Bale is crazy, man. He was so good in that. And
Mhm.
he's gonna be in Thor 4 as the villain, and I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
So,
What if he's just Batman, but just evil Batman?
yeah, right.
Yeah, the last good Batman.
Yeah, I mean, I like Ben Affleck, as Bat. I mean, forget about the 2017 Justice League. He was obviously not giving a shit during that movie, but like, he was good in Batman v Superman. He was good in the Snyder Cut. So, yeah.
I hate I hate Ben Affleck. He's old and sits there and shoots guns.
I guess you could say. I mean, yeah, when you're working with gods and whatnot, and you're just sitting there shooting guns. Okay, I get you. Yeah. But I liked his performance. He's gonna be in the Flash movie apparently, and Michael Keaton, which is cool. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I mean, the best thing he does is kind of just sit there and deliver dialogue. Got the dude's like run a mile and he'll stop following you.
There you go. So yeah. Oh, and I did check out the Snyder Cut 4K finally this week, and it looks really
Oh
nice.
god.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
I think when I buy that, I'm only gonna like use like the second disc, and that's.
Oh, you're not even gonna bother with the first half of the movie?
You mean the first movie? Because it's basically as long as the movie.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like the whole thing.
How long does it even take for the real villain to get in there? It's like almost an hour and a half. For like any of the villain stuff start affecting.
Oh, you mean when Steppenwolf shows up and attacks
Yeah.
Themyscira? I think that's like a good. Oh yeah, that might be like an hour. I don't know. I don't know if it's an hour, but it's pretty deep in there. Yeah.
What was the point of Darkseid in that movie other than like fan service?
Well, I think they were doing that to set him up as like a future big villain. They didn't want to give us Darkseid right away,
And
so.
that, I think they feel like Darkseid still isn't that great of a villain because on the Blu-ray they have Darkseid as like the cover, like he's the main baddie.
Oh yeah. That's true. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, he's like in the background, like looming or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Steppenwolf's way better in this version, but yeah. It's a great movie. I mean, Zack Snyder is a master, and I hope he comes back to DC. I don't know if he will. It seems like Warner Brothers and him aren't on the best terms, but yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, I think that might be it. I don't know how long we've been going.
Good while.
Let me
Good podcast.
Let me check the recording. Oh, we've been going for an hour and 11 minutes. So okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So I think that's gonna wrap this one up. We'll try to do this again. Can we do it? I know Monday's pretty close. Do you want to try? Because Monday's supposed to be the day we do these, but I don't know. What's your
We can
schedule?
do it next Wednesday if you want.
Oh, you want to do it Wednesday? Okay. All right. I'm down for Wednesday. So.
All
right, guys. Maybe we'll see you on Wednesday. Who knows? But yeah, I'm Tyler.
I am disappointed by What If. And we popped off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, but wait.
And bye.
Wait. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm stupid. We didn't think of a title again. We see that? We forgot about a title.
Yeah.
Dude, wait. So that wasn't the ending, people. I apologize.
Well, you gotta McDonald's TV, so we'll just reference like this as like the first episode. We'll call it Big Mac Vision because we do talk about a Vision character.
Big Mac Vision. I was just gonna say McTV, but Big Mac Vision, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Pancake Vision. The first episode was.
Our first episode was called Pancake Vision, and the second episode was the McGangbang. So this is the best of both worlds. Big Mac Vision.
Dude, that's perfect. Big Mac Vision.
Yeah.
All right, so now we popped off.
Yeah, now we popped off.
Now we popped off. Bye, people.